Hello guys, we are in again for another new video. So this is Decibel once more, Decibel Audio Kenya. We are at the junction of Luthuli Avenue and Kamae Road, and today we want to sum up our video for the equalizer, crossover and the mixer. So today we want to practically connect a mixer to the equalizer and then to the crossover. And remember, this is your favorite shop, the Decibel Audio. If you want more good videos, remember to subscribe to our channel Decibel Audio Kenya so that we can be able to get more amazing educative videos. So without further ado, let's go directly into the video. So we are going to be using this mixer. This is a Soundcraft Signature 16. It's a plain mixer. We want to connect it into our equalizer. We are going to use a DBX 231, and then the signal will go to the crossover 234 DBX, and then finally we're going to use a PV CS 4000 to feed our sub speakers and our 4-inch speakers. So let's get started. So the first thing we do is power all our machines. So we're going to power the mixer, which I believe already has the power. We'll just put on from the extension. So the mixer has the power cable. This particular one has a plug inside there. If you can see, it's below the mixer. So let's plug this one in. Patie cable ya power ya mixer. Ndio hiyo. So niweke hapo. Okay. So we are putting in this power, the power for the equalizer and for the crossover. Then we do it for the mixer. You got power? Let's see, it has nothing. So we are going to put in a cable inside this 1, 2, 3. Put kwa cable moja. So we get all the powers inside, and then we do the signals from the mixer. That will be it. So that's the power cable. We connect it inside the mixer. Alright, so the mixer is already on. As you can see the indicator here. So power is saying the power is on. So I need several XLR cables, and I have them here. So remember, this is what we call the female. This is what we call the female. So get one female coming out of the outputs. So this is the master left, and the master right. So I get this one inside here, and then this other cable stuck here. You're gonna jack. So another female over here. Okay, so we get this female coming out of the mixer. So after the mixer, the output, we are going to feed our equalizer, which already the power is on. So remember, our amplifier is still off. So when you're doing all your connections, remember to put off your amplifier. So this one coming out, then we feed it inside there. Let me get it closer. We get it inside there, the input of the equalizer. So both right and left. Okay, so input and input. Okay, so it's in there and the other in there. Then we get another female coming now from the out of the equalizer. So that is out. Then we feed it inside. So the male goes inside there, the crossover, that is inside the crossover. So these inputs, this one, okay. So input the input of the crossover, then we get another outside, so that's output of the equalizer, the other channel. Then the male goes into the other in of the crossover. So that is it. So we have out goes in the equalizer, out goes into the crossover, this one. Then now outside the crossover, as we said, we're going to get specific frequencies. Let me put it like this first. So this is the crossover down here. It has high, mid, then the low. On this side it has high, low, mid, and the low. So I want to do a sub speaker. And a full range speaker. So that's a mid range speaker and a sub speaker. So from this side, I'll take another female. Specifically take it from the low mid. So by low mid, you can either do your mid speakers, or your full range speakers. So that is coming out of the amplifier of the crossover. We feed it into the input in a base, so in the mid. So this is our mid. This cable is going into the mid speaker, this one is going to the sub speaker. So we put inputs of the A channel over here, so that is A, and then we take another signal from the other side of the crossover. Let me assume you will be able to see this. We are looking for low frequency, which is right over here. So that is our low. It's written low, so we get the signal out there and we put it into the other channel right over there. Yep, so our cables are intact. We've done the cabling, the power we've done the speakers now coming from the amplifier going into the speakers. So all we need now is a signal into the mixer. So we are going to use music. So let's get the cable coming from our laptop, all the way from our laptop over there into our mixer, so that we can be able to balance the frequencies over here. So the input, we are using a jack pin. Remember, we are using the line in. You can also use the XLR input, but normally for music it's recommended you use the jack pin. So as you can see, the signal is already indicating that it's coming in. It's coming in the mixer, so we can do some small volume. But before we do that, make sure the volumes of the amplifiers are completely off before you put the amplifier on. Okay, I'll explain that later when I'll be doing the amplifiers, but just make sure it's completely, the volume is completely down. So you can do small volume first to be able to confirm if your connection was correct. So you can just do small volumes at first. You can do this randomly, just like that. Nothing special with this, just wanting to hear if the signal is flowing all the way to the amplifier. So I'm not even sure which side I put my lows and my mids, but I'll confirm right now. So remember, on the crossover we are using the mid output, not the mid high, the mid output right over there, and on this other side we are doing the low. So make sure the lows are somewhere there. You can add the volume a bit. Make sure the music is flowing. So I don't think it's coming. It's flowing to the equalizer. We are supposed to see the indicators coming inside here, but the volumes of the mixer are still down. So you can increase the volume from the master. That's the master, left and right. The volume or the channel input. Let me see. Kuna signal hapo? Okay, so we are getting a signal from the mixer. We also have a rough signal coming into the out of the speakers. So I'll tune this one later. But as long as I have the volume now, I can be able to control my equalizers and my crossovers, because now I can be able to hear some signal. So let's do this. Let's balance the frequency for the mid, the frequency for the low. We'll figure out which one is which one, and then we are going to take it from there. Yeah, so we have the frequency now indicator coming in. So we do a bit of main master gain, a bit of channel gain. So with the amplifier, the volume, you can do a bit over there. So if you can be able to hear, we already have some sub coming from this channel, then some mid coming from this channel. I think oh, sawa. So it's very easy to know which channel we are using the mid and the one we are using the bass. So these are our mid. So because our mid has gone off. Okay. So let's deal with the mid first. The mid frequencies or the mid speaker. So as we said, these are the tweeters, these are the high frequencies. Okay. So I'm just setting as I'm listening to what I want or to what I feel is comfortable enough for that speaker. So I like what I'm hearing now. So remember, most of these things is not a set design of how the equalizer should look like. It's basically how you feel it's sounding on your speakers. So that's okay for me. As for the low frequencies, I'll not need all this because the low speaker does not have mid, does not have high frequency. So remember the 10, 10, 10. So I'm only going to use the 10 up to there. Use usinisumbue niko kazi hapa. So this is my low frequency. So I'm getting some quite good sub, good bass from that. So the setup is good from there. Then I come to the crossover. So remember, this is where we have our mid. So this is the volume for all this channel. This is the main volume. This is where we said when you come down, you're coming towards the low. When you go up, you're going towards the mid. So let me put this one off first. We deal with the mid. Okay, so if you can hear, I hope you can. Yeah, so here we are coming towards the low or towards the mid. So this is low, mid. So when you go up like that, we are cutting off the lows. So I want a bit of low, so I'll set it at that. Increase a bit of the input volume. Then now this one, this is where you also go towards the, when you go anti-clockwise, when you're using this knob, you are going towards, anti-clockwise you're going towards the mid, clockwise you're going towards the high. So I need more highs, so I'll increase this one up to that. So I'm able to hear good mid, good low, and just a bit of low from my speakers because I'm using the full range speakers, that's the double speakers. So I like that sound. Then now this is the main volume for the mid, okay? I think the highs are a bit too high, so I'll reduce them from here. Then add more mid now, the main. I think that's okay with me. Then now I can be able to increase the amplifier's volume. So that is it. But I still have very high, sharp tweeters. I can reduce them from here. So that's good. Okay, then I come to my, so I'm done with this part. Okay, so this setup is good for me. I have a good sound coming from the full range speakers. I can now come into the low. So do away with that. Increase first of all the sub volume. Then come to the equalizer. Okay. Add some volume into the equalizer. So remember, my frequency coming from the mixer is very clean, so I'm only amplifying a clean sound and giving it more power. So that is it, that's good sound. Then now we are using this channel for the for the sub. So this is the input. You see the bass is off. So this is the input for the whole channel. I'm sure you cannot be able to hear too much of it because I'm using my phone to record. So this one still applies the same. When you're coming down, you're coming towards the low, so you are killing the mid. So that let me set it at minus 70. So that's good. Then I'm not using any mid because these are low. So this one has no effect. This is the volume of the low for the bass. So this one up to maybe that volume is okay. So it's not a mid, so this one has no effect. It's not a high output as well, so this one has no effect. So my sub is set to that, to this, sorry. So that's a good volume for me. The indicator is still clicking green, meaning it's very clean and it's very very sweet and very smooth. So we can combine both the mid and the low. And you get tena sasa. One more time tena ni measure. When do DJ? Okay, so we are set and we are done actually. Just want to listen to the final output. So that is a combination of the mids. At the bass I can still be able to hear plenty of mids. So I'll reduce them from here. So that's good highs. I don't want so much mids. I'd rather get the highs there. Then I can be able to reduce them from here as well. Okay. Also from here. When it's too much, you can reduce them from the gains and increase the main volume. Okay. So that is it. We are done. The mixer signal coming out, going to the flow, to the amplifier. We are good to go. Right. Now you do the mixer to the equalizer, then to the crossover, then to the amplifier. And that is it. That is it. So you can be able to do that. For more amazing videos, subscribe to our channel, Decibel Audio Kenya. We are doing this every single week to educate our clients and any other person who might be interested in learning sound. So that is it for today. See you in the next video.